Hi, everybody. Happy Monday to you. It's 3 News senior meteorologist Matt Wintz with Look at Your Forecast. Thanks for joining us here on our YouTube channel. Appreciate that. Beautiful afternoon. No weather problems today. Sunshine. We've got temperatures getting well into the 70s. Just a picture-perfect Monday. And then our attention turns towards tomorrow, and that's what I want to focus on. We've got a weather impact alert for tomorrow afternoon into the evening hours for that threat of strong to severe thunderstorms. If you've been watching us on our YouTube channel here, we've been talking about this since last week, so it should be no surprise to you. Make sure you have that WKYC app handy for tomorrow, and make sure this also is not the last forecast that you see, as we will see things changing here over the next couple days. We've got severe weather that will break out in the plains with a storm system later on this afternoon and the evening. That's going to target areas like Minnesota, and then that threat will shift east into Ohio tomorrow. As of this recording here, we've got enhanced risk. That's a 3 out of 5 from the Storm Prediction Center for storms tomorrow afternoon and evening. Bottom line, our atmosphere is ready to go. All right, it's going to be ready to produce severe weather. Doesn't mean it's going to happen everywhere. That's how it works, right? But that threat is certainly there. The rest of the day looks great. Tonight, what you'll notice, not nearly as cool. We had some patchy frost waking up this morning. We were in the 30s for a lot of locations. We'll be in the 60s waking up tomorrow. 30-degree swing at night. So that'll be a nice springboard for our temps tomorrow. We'll likely start with clouds and maybe a shower passing through as a boundary moves through tomorrow morning. And then all indication is that we clear up for a while. We'll have sunshine. The wind will really ramp up. I mean, we've done this past couple fronts, right? You get the idea. You get the morning rain and convection out, and then it warms up. You're like, wow, it feels different outside. And then you get the storms. I think the same thing's going to happen tomorrow. And we're probably going to warm up into the 80s with a strong wind. And the other thing you'll notice is it's going to get really humid. This will be our most humid day of the year. Even by summer standards, our dew point will likely climb into the mid-60s. So warm and humid, you understand what that leads to. Showers and thunderstorms. Now, our in-house model is painting this solution. There are still a lot of solutions out there for how these storms develop, and a lot of that hinges on where storms develop tonight and how those boundaries play a role in our forecast tomorrow. So don't get locked in on the fact that 7 o'clock we may have storms here. This is just a model solution. But the trend is there, and I like this model best in terms of accuracy because I do think storms will be rolling off the lake tomorrow, given the orientation of that front. If this were to verify, we would have damaging winds along the leading edge of this. These would be some pretty decent storms moving from northwest to southeast. There would be a tornado risk with it as well. It wouldn't be high, but it would be there, and some hail and heavy rain. All of this would push out late in the evening. And look at this, waking up Wednesday morning, we're back to how it felt this morning with 30s and 40s with a much more stable air mass around. In terms of storm threats, still looking at damaging winds being the primary risk. And then secondary risks, tornado, hail, and then, heavy rain is going to be possible with any of those storms, all right? So weather antennas go up. Make sure you're weather aware and paying attention tomorrow afternoon and evening. Once we get beyond that, this front will settle south. We turn cooler Wednesday, and then that front will reload with the new low pressure. And that low pressure on Thursday and Friday will bring in another period of soaking rain around here. Thursday into Friday, there's your rain. We'll have cooler air moving back in Friday night into Saturday. We've done that the last 3 weekends with some showers early Saturday, clearing for the afternoon. Another Sunday that looks fantastic. And then next week, a bit of a pattern change. We'll have a low pressure that stalls out in the plains. As a result, we're on the warmer side, so we'll settle into a pretty nice air mass next week. Doesn't look too shabby weather-wise. And you notice, we've got some rain around, but if that front stalls down towards Kansas and Texas, they're going to get some much, I don't want to say much needed. They do need the rain in some of those areas, but they're going to get too much of a good thing as it looks right now. Union Home Mortgage 10-day forecast, our focus is on tomorrow. Once we get beyond tomorrow, we'll talk about the rain and waves Thursday, Friday, into Saturday. You see how it turns cooler Saturday. And then next week, as of right now, I've got a lot of 70s on the board with sunshine as we get stuck in a really nice pattern here across the Great Lakes. All right, we've got another crucial update coming for you on the TV side of things at 4 o'clock. We'll have the latest model runs and all that good stuff. We'll bring it to you then. Enjoy your day, everybody.